This is your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. Let's take a look and see what energy is going on for you. Mercury retrograde. I'm sure there's like 5 extra videos for me clicking too many things. And I don't kind of care. So, wee. All right, Gemini, let's take a look and see. Hi, Brad. Hi, Holly. Let's get it, shall we? This is for Gemini. I'm going to see how many I can get done today. However, I've only gotten 2 done, and I've been I started messing with tech around 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right, we have the Fool card in here, same as Taurus. I'm just making sure I shuffled here. All right, here we go for Gemini. First one in the house, 3 of Swords. The World card, Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Moon. All right. My Mercury retrograde card, 3 of Swords. Wow, right here. So 3 of Swords has to do with miscommunication, a little bit of heartbreak. Feeling as if some things are kind of out of alignment. We have the World card. Tells us there might be a little bit of travel that's going on. Ace of Wands. There's new beginnings in store for you. However, how they're showing up for you, you don't like. You have the Moon card. It has to do with fear. Necessary journey. However, something we don't really want to do. So necessary journey is, any of the things. Dentist, think of the dentist. We don't want to go to the dentist. However, we still have to go. So I know a certain Gemini right now who's in the middle of it. I don't know. We don't know if we're moving. We don't know if we're staying. We don't know if we're moving into a different house or the same one. This is that card right here. We know that some of these elements are necessary. There's certain things that we have to do. However, we're a little worried and fearful of that. The Moon also has to do with secrets, like what else is going to come up. So we have the 4 of Cups, and it's interesting, right? The 4 of Cups has this individual right here, and he's sitting with 3 cups in front of him, and one's being handed to him. There's a lot of ways to interpret this card. However, it's either I have enough, and I'm not sure I can take this one on, or this can be like situational depression, where we're feeling as if we don't want one more thing, or there's just, nothing is pleasing us, right? But this cup here, the 4 of Cups, is like not being able to receive more or not being able to take on the one extra thing and feeling a little bit limited. I would have to say, though, too, that the 4 of Cups definitely is one of those cards where it's like, let's say you're dating and you find a guy or a girl and they show up, but there's something not quite right, or the timing's off, right? It's so awesome. Mike is going out. I'm telling you, tech. I'm going to kick some tech ass today, I'm going to tell you. Hold on. Let's fix it. I don't know if that's any better. All right. So anyways, so the 4 of Cups could be, right place, wrong person, just kind of off, right? So we have Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Somebody's searching on the internet a little bit for solutions and looking to see if we can get some information before we make some steps. 7 of Swords, making good out of a bad situation, making the best of it, so to speak. Derek, is that any better? He's saying my Twitch is going in and out. I swear to God. All right, so you also have 8 of Cups. So there's a lot of things that you're leaving behind, dear Gemini. It's like party's over. So maybe this is a project that you finished with, or that you feel that you don't have any more that you can do, or just walking away from some situations. Here's the thing about walking away. It doesn't have to be a shit show for you to walk away. It just might not be for you. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can change my video capture to make this better. I figured I'd get on here and just start talking because ultimately I could do this all day, right? And play with tech. I don't know if that's helpful, but we'll push a little buttons, make sure things are all plugged in like they're supposed to be. I've been doing this since 1 o'clock this afternoon, playing with my OBS and my Streamlabs. Almost sounds like static. All right, well, I'm going to have to mess with it in a little bit and see. Here, let's try this. Does that help? A different source? All right, anyways, so 8 of Cups, walking away from some things that don't serve you. Queen of Cups, definitely feeling as if there's, an abundance, an overabundance of emotions. And so as we're processing all of these emotions that are going on, we have the Ace of Swords. So we want to make decisions differently than we have in the past. So we're leaving some things unfinished. Maybe leaving some things with a goodbye and some peace. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is possessiveness, right? What is it that we have? Eight of Pentacles doing the same thing over and over again. This does have to do with expertise, but it also can be Mercury retrograde is all about like doing shit over and over again until we get it right. And I'm going to tell you right now, I took every opportunity during the eclipse and every opportunity under the full moon eclipse and the new moon eclipse and the solar eclipse. New moon, full moon, all of that. It was about a reset, a computer reset. So I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over again. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is repetition, doing things until we get better at it, keeping in flow. So here's the thing, Gemini, you have a lot going on. And let me just show you what that looks like. It looks exactly like this. This is the Eight of Swords. And my favorite thing to illustrate about this card is the Eight of Swords is a woman who's surrounded by objects and things to do, projects, people, timing. And she's got these cords around her wrists, but they're chains that are not bound. So she's just like got these, you know, soft binding that's going on. She's got blinders. Everything around her is soft except for these swords. So what that tells me is you're not looking at the solution. Now, here's the problem. This is like a batting cage. You can't literally take your eye off of any of the balls that are coming your way or you're going to get smacked with one. That's what this feels like. So overwhelmed, so much going on. And this is overcommitment. This is you having too many things going on and you need to just like unplug. It's impossible to unplug sometimes, but you need to like stop the game in order to look. So here's the thing. You're not going to be able to come from solution with so much going on. What's the answer? Ask for support. It's the hardest thing for us to do. We can't slow down long enough to say what we need. So many things are hitting us one after another. So Eight of Swords is just feeling overwhelmed, okay? Also, Ten of Pentacles is telling us that little nickel and dimes are coming out so that you're not able to keep on top of your money because it's constantly getting siphoned by one thing or another. Watch out for arguments with other individuals. We've got the Five of Swords, which means a group conversation where it's unpleasant. Seems like everybody's got an opinion or something to say, so to speak. Let's move forward into the Gemini moon reading right now. For those of you that are Gemini moon, this is how you're thinking, feeling, and your emotions. Holly, this is for you, Miss Shadow Side. Shadow moon. Holly, she's a Gemini moon. All right, here we go. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands has to do with work, how we manage and negotiate with work. Palace of Cups. So this deck has a extra suit in it. So Page, Knight, Queen, King. We also have the Palace, which has to do with our place of dwelling, the thing that we're working on, our community. We have the Palace of Cups. And what is Cups? Coming from love. Holly. Then we have the Four of Cups. Now, I think this is amazing. This has happened both the Gemini reading and the Taurus reading. For both the moon and the general spread have got these congruencies. Now look at here. We have the Four of Cups. Not taking something on. So here's the thing. Something comes our way that looks like a great opportunity. It's perfect, actually. And it's just we don't have all the time. I have a client that I was coaching recently. Applied for a job. And then she decided working on her college PhD, working on her other job that she wasn't going to be able to give the new one the kind of energy that she wanted to, and she had to turn it down. Perfect example here. So what is it that you're not able to accept? And sometimes the Four of Cups means you have all of these things, but there's one that you're missing. So it's like just that feeling off thing. We've got the Six of Wands, has to do with victory. And again, the Seven of Wands tells us about conflict, like making sure that we're defending ourselves appropriately or feeling as if we are defending ourselves with certain individuals. We've got the Tower card. So Gemini, are you paranoid that something worse is going to happen? And again, look at this crap. So the Three of Wands, what are you looking at and what are you reading into or looking into? So sometimes this has to do with obsession. The Three of Wands, I always say this is the computer, okay? Because this is you looking at the outside world from a sitting standpoint. But the Three of Wands is watching things. So if you're obsessing over something, it's like watching the cake bake. You open the oven too many times, you eventually slam it. Next thing you know, you ruined your cake. So we've got the priestess, the high priestess. She's telling us that we have our instincts are on fire. We have the death card for change. We have the hangman, which is a delay. But ultimately, here's the thing. Gemini wants things to go back to normal. They want things to be very nostalgic. You want family values and a lot of love and people around you. You've got the Two of Swords, which is indecision. Poor Gemini. I mean, like literally, Gemini's Geminiing right now. Five of Wands. So here's the thing, because you're feeling a little tapped out, I would recommend you deal gently and carefully with people. And if you don't have to have a conversation, don't, because if you don't have the energy to give, you might come a little from resentment. Like, I don't have time for this, and yet you just kind of unload. So the Five of Wands is that conflict again. Just, you got a lot of conflict going on around you. It doesn't, my favorite meme that I ever saw was, you're not, let's see. You're not required to show up to every argument you're invited to. Oh, ta-da! Walk away. Leave it behind. We have the Five of Wands. It's a lot of conflict, right? And then we have this here, which is the Four of Wands. Like, what is your current path? Stay on your path, Gemini. Keep moving forward. Don't take any of these distractions. That's how I take it. This indecision and questioning things and watching them. Here's what's true. Time vets all things. Time shows you, you know, like the heat of the moment will pass and what's standing. Let's take a look and see. Thank you for your patience and the little half-assed video that we got going on here. But I promise you, me getting back in flow will help this. And I am going to come back and do one more, because I promise you I'm going to get one done today that has no problems. Watch me. All right, so here's your your card from the Mystic Dreamer. Sorry, Divination of the Ancients. Mystic Dreamer went the way of the dodo. It took shit and got wet. All right, tarot guidance. Awesome idea. Get a tarot reading for you. Have the ability to look at some of these things with a little bit. I don't know what to do about my relationship or my job or my financial situation or my move. And I always say it's difficult to get advice from your friends because they have you in mind and they don't look at the whole perspective. They just want a cheerleader and get rid of the man, quit the job. And sometimes that's not very good perspective. Who do you go to for your mentorship? Who do you go to for advice? Find the individual, or, you know, find the mentor that's going to give you the best advice for your situation. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. And of course, karmaondeck.com for your one-on-one reading.